Hello everyone. In the present video, I'll try to cover flow and error control. The flow control, it comes whenever the data or message is transmitted between any two entities. So we are having one sender entity and other one is the receiver entity. Whenever an entity produces the item and another entity consumes it, so there should be a balance between the sending rate as well as the receiving rate. If the items are sent faster than that can be received at the receiver side, so at that instant a few number of packets may be dropped at the receiver side. So if you are at that instant, the sender can send one intimation regarding in order to slow down the sending rate, so that we can balance the actual transmission of data between sender and the receiver. Suppose suppose if the sending rate is very less compared with the receiving rate, so at that instant the receiver may receive all the packets whatever sent by the sender, but the major drawback is the it becomes less efficient. So that we have to maintain the sending rate as well as receiving rate in the case of in order to maintain more efficiency. So in the case of flow and flow control at the data link layer, the flow control refers to the property which will restrict the amount of data that the sender can send before waiting for an acknowledgement. So we can observe that in the sending node, the data link layer will transmit the data through the transmission medium, or the frames are pushed towards the receiver node, and at the receiver node receiver node data link layer will receive the data and it will extract the data and it will transmit to the next layer. So there should be some kind of understanding between the sending node as well as the receiving node in order to maintain the flow control or in order to achieve better efficiency within the network. So the error control. Error control is both error detection as well as correction. So here in the case of error control, the detection of an error is a major concept, as well as after detection of an error, how we can rectify those errors. So that is also comes into picture. Error control in the data link layer is often implemented simply. Any time an error is detected in an exchange, specified frames are retransmitted. So either suppose if an error occurred in any frame, the first thing is the first method we can adopt is we can the receiver can request the sender in order to retransmit the same frame. This process is called as automatic repeat request or ARQ. So with respect to ARQ, the receiver can request in order to retransmit the same message from the sender. In the first method, if the frame is corrupted, it is silently discarded. If it is not corrupted, the packet is delivered to the network layer. So this method is used mostly in LANs such as Ethernet. So in the second method, if the frame is corrupted, it is silently discarded, and it is not corrupted, an acknowledgement is sent. So in the DLC protocol can be data link layer protocol, either it may be connectionless or connection oriented. So in the case of connectionless protocol, frames are sent from one node to the another node without any relationship between the frames. So that means each frame is independently transmitted towards the destination. So the next is connection oriented protocol. In the case of connection oriented protocol, a logic connection should be established between two nodes, that is setup phase. After all frames that are somehow related to each other are transmitted, the logical connection is terminated at the end. So we have to establish a dedicated connection between two entities so that we can transmit the data. So connectionless and connection oriented service represents as finite state machine. So figure shows a finite state machine with three states. So there are only three possible events can occur. The machine starts at state 1. If event 1 occurs, the machine performs action 1 and 2 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and moves to state 2 So when the machine is in second state, and two events may occur. If event 1 occurs, the machine performs action 3 and remains in the same state, that is state 2. If event 3 is occurred, and the machine performs no action and but moves to state 1. So next is data link layer protocols. So in the case of data link layer protocol, the first protocol is simple protocol. So with the simple protocol, it will not perform either flow control or error control. So here the receiver can immediately handle the frame whenever it receives from the sender node. In other words, the receiver can never be the receiver can directly accept the informations without any intimation from the sender. So the data link layer at the sender gets the packet from its higher layer, that is a network layer, makes the frame out of it and sends the frame. The data link layer at the receiver receives the data and it will extract the packet from the frame and delivers the packet to the network layer of the receiver. So the data link layer of the sender and receiver provides transmission services for their network layers. So we can observe that we are having the finite state machine here. The packet came from the network layer, at the sender side, make a frame and send. So we are having only a ready state across sender node as well as the receiver node. So after constructing the frame, it will transmit the frame to the receiver node. So the event occurred at the receiver node is frame arrived, delivered the packet to the network layer. So at the receiver node, it will extract the information and it will transmit to the network layer. So similarly, we are having the flow diagram. From the network layer, we are having sending node and the receiving node. At the sending node, we are having the network layer sends the packet to the data link layer. So data link layer will construct the frame and it will transmit the frame to the data link layer of the receiver node. The data link layer of the receiver node, it will extract the frame packet out of the frame and it will transmit the packet to the network layer. So and so on.